All right, it's March 25th. We just finished the Asia session. One win, one loss. But let me just go through this real quick. I'm gonna make sure it's a little too big. Fucking fat ass head. But first trade here, going for a quick short. Now, in the moment here, I'm gonna bring the volume profile to this point exactly. On this right now, when I'm looking back on it, it shows that POC is exactly where, well, POC is dropping down. But look at this video, like this is me screen recording in the moment while I'm taking this trade. I'm gonna mute this and like play it out. Like, but in this here, it shows that value area low is at that level, and we're finding value here, right? So I'm thinking, okay, we broke through confidently, and we're retesting this high volume node, value area low, and another overnight confluence. Could have been a breakout trade, but it was like a complete fake out. I don't know what happened here. It was just wrong. It was just wrong. I don't know. I just saw after the fact, and so there was like a long that I wanted to take right at this point because, well, I thought that current session value area low was at this level, so I was like, okay, I'm going to target overnight POC, but then I took it off right after I realized that this freaking volume profile faked me out. So that's what the first trade was, unlucky. And the second one I went for was a current session volume profile trade right here. You can kind of see on my profile if you want. I think it was this one here. There it is. It was a pretty long trade. I think it was like a 10-minute hold, 10 to 12-minute hold. We'll see. But basically, I put my stops at the above the entire volume profile and take profit right before POC. It was actually past POC, but I brought it up because, well, you don't really want to trade through all this noise, right? And I basically got out at a pretty good time. It did hit POC, to be honest, but it's always good to leave a little early just because there's a high volume node here, a lot of resistance, which could play out to kind of screw me over. And I got out before all this chop for the next like 15-20 minutes, which is good. But those are the two trades, nothing too crazy. What I'm realizing more now is like I want to utilize current session volume profile more. Like for example, at this point in time, if current session value area low was on the overnight value area low, then it would have been a great time to long. I could also just take it, just understanding that VWAP band 1 is also there. But really want to utilize current session volume profile more. And another thing is that breakouts, I suck at breakouts. That's something that I need to kind of understand. Like for example, like here, it's kind of confusing because, current session value area low, it breaks through, retests real quick, and drops down, which is true. But it's not confidently breaking through. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this place keeps creating more value and then it rips through downwards and then retests it. It will be a crazy long, short there. But yeah, I mean, good trades or decent trades. This one was just fucking bogus because like the volume profile was trolling me. But I'm glad that I stuck to my rules. Didn't trade more than I need to. If the first trade is a win, I'm off for the day. If it's a loss, I'll go for one more. If not, it is what it is. But like now that I'm using like NQ levels, look how cleanly it's just like rejecting off of these previous day levels and previous week overnight levels. Like this would have been a prime short here. There's an A setup going for like, there's a pretty big trade, I can't lie. But I want to place stops at like logical levels. So that's like something I would potentially go for. But then once it starts going my direction, maybe I'll bring stop losses a little closer. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good day. I'm gonna paper trade Asia tonight and then see how this goes. But like, I want to utilize current session volume profile more, and like even if it's in the middle of current session volume profile, like if it's like such a obvious clean setup like this, like I want to really take this. I wouldn't have long this because we had all this accumulation. We had this absolute meltdown. I wouldn't want to trade against that, to be honest with you. And we're just going in that same trend, right? We're in price discovery down to this leg, and we're retracing back up for a big, strong reaction to the downside. So this would be a very, very good short right here, right? But like I see comments of like people saying like, oh, why are you doing 1-to-1? That's like a recipe for failure. But like, I don't like. I'm just gonna stick to my own strategy. Like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then I'll learn it the hard way. But I see other people doing it and it's working. So yeah, that's it for March 25th, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.